Mario is arguably gaming's biggest franchise, and for good reason. Not only is Mario a great character and a great mascot, but the levels that he gets to platform in are some of the best cases of game design in video game history. Like, they are so fun. Mario has had tons of best levels in his career, but today we want to look at just one from each game. We're going through every single 2D and 3D mainline entry and finding the best level in those games. There's obviously a lot to go through here, so let's start it off, and this one's pretty generic, but I had to do it. 1-1 from Super Mario Bros. On the NES is literally the best tutorial ever in any video game level. There is so much beautiful game design within just this one 2D platforming level that it teaches you everything you possibly need to know about not just this game, but the entire 2D platforming genre. There is so much good stuff here, and just the fact that it's so iconic kind of speaks for itself. There's nothing else I need to say. Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels is essentially a troll game. If this were any other type of game, then 8-4 would be the worst level. But given that this game is basically meant to be a troll, it makes sense for the finale to be devilishly difficult. I mean, it literally starts with this absurdly deceptively tricky jump down where you land on this platform beneath and then a long jump across. Oh, and there's a water section in this level. Yeah, okay, this is one of the hardest levels in Mario history. I mean, just look at what you're seeing right now. All right, Super Mario Bros. 2, the Doki Doki Panic version, 1-3 has always been, a level that kind of stands out for me in this game. Maybe it's because I've started this game so many times but only beaten it once or twice, so I'm just more used to the early levels. But I always thought this one was pretty fun, and it ends in Mauser, which is always a dope mini boss fight. I mean, look at this fool. He's just, like, look at him. All right, Super Mario Bros. 3 has one of my favorite 2D Mario levels ever, and that's World 4-6. You might recognize this as being in Giant Land, which is already an awesome gimmick. Everything is huge, but there's also a magic door, which changes the size of things in the level. For example, you come in the door and then everything's way bigger, then you go back into the door and then everything's smaller, and it allows you to kind of have this puzzle platforming dynamic that obviously Mario doesn't get much at all. Like, rarely he's, stopping and thinking, but you have to in this level, which is pretty neat. Also, this is just a random YouTube update I wanted to, bring up to you guys, but do you guys also have that glitch where if you hit the subscribe button, it doesn't just change color, but it changes sizes? Kind of like that Mario Bros. 3 level. I don't know, man. If you're not subscribed, you should test it out. See if it grows. It might be a glitch. You might have it too. I don't know, man. If you're already subscribed, though, I've heard the glitch doesn't work for you, so definitely don't unsubscribe, please. Oh my god. All right, moving on. Super Mario Land, Mario's first handheld entry on this list. 4-3 is the only level in the game, I'm pretty sure, where you fly the Sky Pop, which is Mario's little plane. I love when games just completely ditch their, main gameplay philosophy and just, like, let you have fun in something completely different. I don't know if that's, like, a good game design principle or whatever, but, like, whether it's Cuphead and you're playing in the plane levels also, this sort of thing is super cool in my opinion. Super Mario World is one of the best 2D Marios of all time, and 7-0 Sunken Ghost Ship is one awesome level to play. First of all, it's an underwater ghost ship. That's sick, and that's about it. But once you beat the level, there's also this big Bowser head that's rising up out of the water, and I always thought that was super neat. But yeah, it's an underwater ghost ship. Like, a bunch of the other levels in this game are like, they're all so good that they're all kind of like similar-ish in a way. Like, not too many stand out in my opinion, but a sunken ghost ship definitely does stand out. We don't get many of these in Mario at all. Super Mario Land 2, we're going back to lands, we're going back to the Game Boy, and we are going to Tree Zone number 3. This level is just fun to me. I mean, yeah, you're in Tree Zone, so of course you're in the trees, which is pretty cool, but running through this level on the leaves is super cool. It's got a nice little vertical section, and it's one of those levels where if you fall once, you lose a lot of progress, so it feels kind of like, one of those old, like, Getting Over It Bennett Foddy games in that sense. I just love when Mario games have, like, reasons for why you're platforming. Like, here you're trying to get to the top of the tree, so you're jumping on leaves. It's not just like, oh, you're on a field and there's random blocks scattered throughout. All right, Super Mario 64. How do you pick just one level? I mean, I could either go, pick a kingdom, I could pick a star, but I'm gonna cheat here and just pick the hub world, Peach's Castle itself. Technically, it is like a level in the game because, it's where you start. Just like 1-1 in Mario Bros. Was the tutorial for every 2D platformer to follow, this is the same for 3D. Outside the castle is a beautiful, serene place for you to get antiquated with this new dimension and learn Mario's moveset, and then inside the castle is an incredibly complex maze. At least it feels complex when you're playing it for the first time. And the entire game, you're driven by this curiosity of what lays deeper in this castle. How many paintings are there? How many little hidden secrets are there for me to find when I get more power stars? Man, it's a great tutorial and a great game. But moving on to Mario's second 3D adventure, I can't take this one. My friend PJ loves Super Mario Sunshine, and I gotta let him talk about it.
Thanks, Thomas. So my favorite level in Super Mario Sunshine has to be the underrated masterpiece that is Serena Beach. You start off outside a hotel with honestly one of the toughest bosses in the game and cleaning up goo. Then throughout the level shines, you explore a haunted hotel that also has a casino in it. Collect red and blue coins throughout the ventilation system, hop through ceiling tiles, and so much more. And on top of that, in level 4, it has one of the best glitches in the game known as the casino skip, which is always a fun one to attempt because it's relatively simple. Oh, and on top of that, Yoshi also makes an appearance, which is always great in any Mario game.
Thanks, PJ. Now let's move into New Super Mario Bros. DS with the best underground level in any Mario game. World 2-3 is an underground maze filled with slopes, some water, some tricky timed sections, a bunch of these little one-way path levers. It's so cool, and this is how you do an underground level. Every other game needs to take some notes. For Super Mario Galaxy, we have Gusty Garden Galaxy. Need I say more? Moving on to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, we have World 7-2. And wait, what is this? It's a one-off gimmick that's actually genuinely neat and isn't used in any other levels? Are we sure this is a new Super Mario Bros. Game? I love these water bubbles. I don't know what it is. They're sick. The fact that they were pretty much only in this level too is like the coolest part to me. Like, I just love when they get creative like this. All right, back to Mario Galaxy. We got Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Cloudy Court Galaxy is my favorite. I love the aesthetics of this level. It just reminds me why Galaxy was so ahead of its time graphically. Like, you look at this now and it's like, this does not look like a game that came out in 2010, but it did, and that's crazy to me. Not only that, but it introduces the cloud power-up, which is one of my favorite power-ups in all the Galaxy games by a long shot. Not that it had much crazy competition. I mean, it had a drill and a spring, but for what it's worth, the cloud power-up is super cool. The music gives me a Gusty Garden type of vibe, and you already know how I feel about that. And yeah, it's just an overall very solid level. Super Mario 3D Land gets 7-4. You know the part in TikTok Clock on Mario Kart where you're driving and there's the red and blue like rotating cogs that you're driving across and you could be flying above? That's what this entire level feels like. You're just jumping from like clock to clock, like cog to cog. Is all some giant machine? I don't know. I don't think it's ever explained. You're just jumping from cog to cog or platform to platform. It's super engaging. And again, it actually has a theme. A lot of 3D Land is just, oh, there are giant clouds in the sky, jump across them. But this is like you're platforming up a giant clock tower. It's so cool. All right, staying on the 3DS with New Super Mario Bros. 2. When you think about this game, you think of coins, and 2-4 has more than enough coins to tide you over. It's just a great time. You're just running, collecting coins. You get to be Gold Mario. It's just cool. And then sticking with New Super Mario Bros. But going to the Wii U, there's this Van Gogh level in World 5, which like always puzzled me. It's so cool. It's the coolest thing to ever come out of the New Super Mario Bros. Series, and it's like a one-off thing that Nintendo never acknowledged. They played with the entire art style, made all these new assets for this one level that's not even that fun when you're playing it. Like, level design-wise, they're not doing anything special here on the gameplay side of things. It's all just visuals. It's so it's just really cool. It's so cool. Please, Nintendo, do something like this again. Like, actually, you know, just change the way everything looks. Like, they did this in Odyssey, kind of like the Luncheon Kingdom has this like low poly aesthetic. Like, you know, they've done this before, but never in like a 2D Mario game like this. Like, it's so, I don't know. Let me know in the comments, like, what were they cooking here? What was being cooked? All right, now we got Super Mario 3D World, and I really can't pick one. I'm gonna just say Champions Road though, because like all the other 3D World levels, I've gotten to the point where I can kind of play them like, you know, and not really have trouble. But Champions Road is so difficult that you know, whether I'm playing solo or with friends, Champions Road is a level that I can still play and not win. Like, it's very difficult to beat. It's just really fun. It's a great, you know, it kind of encapsulates all the chaos of why I love 3D World multiplayer in one level, because you will be screaming at the TV when you're playing this with your friends. It is just a fun time. I love Champions Road. Super Mario Odyssey, I'm not just picking one moon. I'm gonna pick a, you know, a whole kingdom, which might be a little cheating. I don't really know. New Donk City is definitely the best kingdom in Odyssey though. I know so many people like, you know, a lot of people like Sand because it's just so big and vast. A lot of people like Wooded. A lot of people like Luncheon. A lot of people even like Moon Kingdom, even though I hate the gravity on that kingdom. I don't know, man. Is it just me, or is New Donk City the best kingdom in Odyssey, hands down? Let me know if that's just me in the comments, but like, I think this is by far the best. Moving on to our final section, we have, drumroll please, Bowser's Fury, the side mode in the 3D World port to Switch. Bowser's Fury doesn't really have levels, but it has a bunch of different sections within Lake Lapcat, and the one that I think is the best is Slip Skate Slope. If you don't know the Bowser's Fury sections by names, shame on you. No, it's okay. I don't either. This is the one where you grab the ice skate and you like skate along, and then there's the giant, you know, spikes that you go over, and then there's the giant like donut thing that you go through, and it's like rotating. Basically, Bowser's Fury as a game can kind of be summed up like philosophy-wise by this following sentence: make something short that's really fun and then reuse it. That is exemplified not just by Bowser's Fury as a whole, but specifically by Slip Skate Slope. It is a very short blast blast of fun. You're riding the skate down this massive thing. You're trying to collect all the little cat shine shards. You're going super fast, and boom, then it's over. But then you come back and, oh wait, what? There's a blue button you can ground pound, and then you gotta, get all the blue coins at the same time. So you can't go back. You gotta go super fast, and it makes you take like an alternate path. Boom, that's awesome. There's all sorts of different variations that lead you to different cat shines of this little mini level. And of course, that's the case for all the sections in Bowser's Fury, but this one is so short. It's so like direct and to the point that it's insane that they were able to squeeze 5 different cat shines out of this small little location. It's super short, but super fun, and that kind of exemplifies Bowser's Fury, so that's why I like this section so much. With that out of the way, those are the best Mario levels of all time, in my opinion. One from each game. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and hey, stay tuned because the worst Mario levels are coming out real soon. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Thomas from the Switch Shop, signing off. Peace.